Hi and welcome back to Matthew's Travels and Tips, and in today's video we are going to talk about the top 10 things to know before going on a cruise. And before I get started, just want to say thank you to all the viewers and all my subscribers so far, and if you haven't subscribed us yet, please do remember to hit the subscribe button below. But let's begin. Okay, and at number 10, we would like to remind everyone that not all cruises are the same. So when booking a cruise, pay close attention to the type of cruise you're booking, and ensure that it matches your interests and that it's the type of cruise that you want to be on. Some cruises cater to retirees, some to families, some to the younger crowds, some are party cruises. There's even a cruise that caters to cat lovers. So you want to make sure that the cruise you're booking is something that you want to be on, you're going to be spending some time on that ship, and you want to ensure that this is something that you would like to do. So always pay close attention to the type of cruise that you're booking so that you can always book the correct cruise for you. Okay, and at number 9, we're going to say turn off roaming on your cell phone. So once on a cruise, your cell phone will begin roaming once you're no longer in a zone that your cell phone provider caters to, and roaming charges are crazy expensive. Most cruises offer Wi-Fi services. Sometimes it's a small fee, sometimes it's even free for the passengers. But even if they charge, it's still going to be much less money to pay for the cruise ship's Wi-Fi than paying roaming charges, as these are very, very expensive. And it's a good tip to know. Okay, and at number 8, this one is for everyone who suffers from some kind of motion sickness or seasickness, car sickness, anything like that. If you're prone to this tip can come in very handy for you. Higher cabins mean less motion sickness. They say that the higher the cabin, the elevation helps because you don't feel the movement of the ship as much as if you were on a lower deck. So this can help anyone who suffers with motion sickness. As we all know, this can seriously ruin your vacation if you have to experience this while you're on a cruise ship. So the higher the room, the more elevated it is, the less you should be affected by it. And our 7th tip is get yourself a map of the ship. These cruises, some cruise liners are so big they're like cities by themselves, and you don't want to spend all your time trying to find places, getting lost. So getting a map of your ship can come in quite handy, and it makes it easier to find where you're going, gives you an idea of what the cruise offers as well, different spots, different shops, different amenities and things to do. So it makes it easier to find all these things, and it will even show you sometimes emergency plans. If worst case scenario there is an emergency, how to get what the emergency evacuation procedures you need to take. At number 6, and this is an important one here, keep track of the time when you leave the ship. So let's say you're on the cruise ship and it docks to this another foreign country or island, and you want to go explore that island a bit while the cruise is docked there. Always take note of when that cruise is scheduled to depart from that location and what time you need to be boarded back on the ship by. And even when you have that information, keep note of the time all day, because sometimes you can lose track of time, and the last thing you want is for the cruise having to wait for you, or they having to wait too long for you and they leave you on the island stranded. Again, at number 5, now not many may notice, but not all cabins have windows. Now when selecting a cabin, be attentive to what type of room you're booking. Not all cabins have windows, and some are simply enclosed rooms with 4 walls, and pretty much a claustrophobic person's worst nightmare. The rooms are generally cheaper than the rest, so if you have no issues with no windows and you're fine being in an enclosed room like that, it's perfect for a budget traveler or somebody who's trying to remain on a budget. However, if you do suffer from any kind of claustrophobia or can't stand to be in a room like that, then be aware of when you're booking your room, because you want to make sure that you have a window in your room, and it's something to take note of, as many people don't notice. Okay, at number 4, our next step is paying extra and getting an all-inclusive plan. Now, all cruise liners will offer a variety of all-inclusive plans, which will cover things from unlimited foods and unlimited drinks. And many people, when they go on a cruise, they go there to enjoy themselves, and it's not uncommon for people to pack on a few pounds while they're on the cruise. Problem is, if you don't have one of these plans, every meal you purchase is gonna have to be separate, and in the end, you end up spending more money on food and drinks than if you were to get the all-inclusive plan, where you could probably drank more, ate more, for less of a cost. So it's a good idea to get the all-inclusive plan, spend the extra money. It does make things much more nicer. It makes it easier for you to get food without having to spend money, and makes you enjoy yourself without having to be money conscious as well. And at number 3, what many people also don't know is that the ship sometimes has a dress code. And when you think of cruising, you think only vacation. That means swimsuits, shorts, t-shirts, dressing relaxed and casual. But in many cases, there are certain dining areas on certain parts of the ship that has a dress code, and you will need to be following that dress code to even be allowed to enter that room. And many ships sometimes also has a formal dining night where you have to dress formally before they allow you to go in. So if you have on slippers or sandals, they're not going to let you go inside. So it's always good to review your itinerary when you're packing to see what the itinerary is like, what's the schedule, what's happening each night, so you have an idea of how to pack and making sure that you're well equipped and have suitable clothing for each event. Okay, and at number 2, it's pack a day bag. When you first arrive on the ship, there will be shuffling of your bag straight to your room, which could be well before you're given the green light to enter said room. So it can be helpful to pack a day duffel or bag with your essentials like a bathing suit, sunscreen, a book if you get bored, your iPad, any medication that you need, and any must-have essentials, so that you're not panicked while you're waiting to get up to your room to get the rest of your clothing and bags. And at number 1, and this is the most important one, without this you can not go on your cruise at all, is making sure you have all your documents in order. You're about to spend thousands of dollars on a vacation and on this cruise, and the last thing you want to hear when you're about to board is, hey, you don't have the necessary documents, we can't allow you on this cruise. So it's a good idea to keep these documents in order, making sure that you have everything necessary for your cruise, making sure that you have a passport, making sure you have a passport card. Because many people sometimes believe that they can use their birth certificate to go on a cruise, and not all cruise liners will allow you to board a cruise with a birth certificate. And even the ones that do, if they allow you on the cruise with a birth certificate, you're not allowed to leave the ship if you're docked in a foreign country. Because to enter that foreign country, you need to have a passport. It's always advised if you're about to book a cruise, make sure your passport's valid, or if you don't have one, start looking at procedures to obtain one. Okay, and these are our top 10 things we believe everyone should know before going on a cruise. And if you like this video, please remember to hit like below, and if you have any questions or ideas yourself or tips, feel free to comment below as well to share with everyone. If you haven't subscribed us yet, please hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this, but thank you for watching.